handle the truth.
What's up, Truthfall fans? If you would like to support my channel, join my Patreon. If you want early access and to watch 11 exclusive documentaries that are too real for YouTube, join for only $5. My channel is demonetized, so I don't make anything on here. I appreciate all the support. Now let's get into the video.
And I believe that words have power. And I think that your words are programming, even if it programs you.
Man, look at the shit I spoke about. Look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music. How many kids and people have gotten in the car or put this shit in their ears and actually went hurt someone. And now I'm sitting there like, damn, I can't do it all in one day. But I promise to clean whatever I can clean. But it's gonna take time.
Just look at NBA superstar Ja Morant and how music is clearly affecting his life. He signed a $200 million deal and is the new face of the NBA, and even he falls victim to the power of dark music. NBA YoungBoy understands his influence and now feels bad knowing the amount of damage he has done. Everyone wants to pretend to be gangster nowadays, but because their favorite rapper pushes that lifestyle, Ja Morant is one example of how strong music can control someone's personality. After Ja showed off a gun for his IG Live, he was suspended for multiple games and caught huge backlash. A couple months after, Ja just couldn't help himself when the music is bumping in his ears and shows off another gun on his friend's live stream.
Promoting drugs.
I got my balls, slap my face, ready to go.
Okay, you see the Antichrist on his forehead? Upside down cross? What is that? And this is the reason I started believing in God. When people that look like this start promoting Satanism.
Ready to go, so let's fornicate. Ready to go, so let's fornicate. Ready.
Okay, promoting sin. Is it supposed to be funny? Is it supposed to be degenerate? Did he get a call from someone on Epstein's Island to promote Satanism?
I heard you say with your pastor that you felt like you were making devil's music.
Yeah, because you're such a, oh, I love it. But I got to a point where I was always letting that play magazine that I found when I was 5 years old have an effect on my music. Could never be 100% everything it could be, because I had to add that in, always. And it got to the point where literally I went from Jesus Walks to You're Such a Hoe, I Love It. Oh, I bet you the devil was happy on that day. And where that record went straight to what? #1, quick.
God is better than the devil. The devil took all the producers, the musicians, the designers, moved us all out to Hollywood. They got contracts out there that say you can't say Jesus. You can say Jesus in your studio, but it's only one restaurant we serving for tonight, and that's God's restaurant. And he bringing it back tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000,000-fold. Blessings untold, blessings harder than gold, stronger than a gold. I return my soul to the one that told me, the one that owns me, the ones that shows me, and that's what God showed me. The devil controlled me, but he can't hold me, because God done told me, and life has shown me that God is the only, the real, not the phony. The phony would clone me, but just watch how they cloned me, and look at what's on me. I'm here with my homies, I'm here with my families, I don't need a Grammy, I'm back in the building, I'm here with my children. You know it's a feeling, you know it's a feeling.
Work in the music industry, you know. Every single drill rapper has a Jewish guy behind them and they profit off of murder.
Even the information put in our music, the toxicity put in our music, is nothing promoting the idea of a king taking care of a queen. It's just us talking about killing each other and Jewish people getting paid off of it. They have contracts. There was a contract, now it's later been amended, but Victory Boy that signed to Rock Nation, a line inside of the contract that I'm sure Jay-Z and Beyonce never saw was, it said that Victory would not be able to sing about Christ or be able to sing about God in the contract. Rhythm and blues was the first step of taking God out of the people, because we had gospel. Aretha Franklin had gospel. Ray Charles.
Patti LaBelle. No, wait, he said R&B was taking it out.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like,
taking God out of music.
Yeah, I remember I was at Roscoe's, earlier this year, and I love Roscoe's and stuff, but they're playing the music, And it's like Usher saying, you got it bad.
You got it bad.
Yeah, that messaging is not uplifting. When we sing, God created music solely for the purpose of worshiping God.
Mm.
Now, if you listen to the majority of the music, it's not worshiping God.
No.
It's going into dark holes. It's like
From the
saying,
sweat to my nuts.
yeah,
That's
but
what
it's saying I want to fuck your bitch.
Yeah,
It's how
I
many
wanna fuck
bitches
your
I
bitch.
fuck.
Yeah,
I want to fuck
yeah.
your girlfriend. I want to fuck your mama.
Yep.
Like it's like,
Yeah.
and I want to do drugs while I'm fucking your mama.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it just takes you into that place. And God has a place for us in the promised land that can't be defined by man. It's not the 400 acres that the oppressors can take away from us. Only we can oppress ourselves, and it's only for us to rise up that we can be who God really made us to be. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. That's the real anti-Semitic shit that the Jewish people get paid off of. Now let me little Apple move. Let me on Apple right now. How many people want to bet their house that content is not within the first 3 songs on Apple Rap Music? They're gonna have to take my life before they take my people. We ain't taking it no more, bro. They get paid off that shit. Ain't no, when the last time you seen a Jew person kill a Jew person on World Star?
But want me to be real? Can I be real? All right, I'll be real with you, my guy. So end of the day, if you want to make a record, about killing animals, they not gonna play that. They not gonna push that. You want to make a record about raping women, they not gonna play that. But you want to make a record about killing your own people or selling drugs to them, funny, they'll let us play that. You want to talk about your faith, they like, nah, we not trying. That's why I love it up here as a citizen on the morning show, Swaying in the Morning, because they play my music, they'll play our music. So a lot of it is based off of what these labels they invested in a lot of the low vibrations. And because they invested in that, they want that to play. When you start talking about change and impact and impacting your community and seeing them transform and so on and so forth, a lot of times that does not get the push. And just like anything else, when kids get used to eating candy, they don't want no good food. You know what I'm saying? So if we keep pushing candy on them, they not gonna want a steak.
When I travel, I'm pistol packing in Houston. I was lurking on his page and I caught him lacking in Houston. Shots, he got shot and went live.
Bitch nigga shot me, but he didn't kill me.
I went live like fuck, man, that bitch ain't died.
So it's like we got this indirect family, you know what I mean? And it's like, music is so powerful. Like I fuck with math, you know what I'm saying? Like heavy, and I think like music is just it's like a mouthpiece for the have-nots. You know what I mean? Like our life and the things we do and the things we say is so impactful to people.
100%.
Like you know what I mean? Like we don't know how.
You don't know. You don't know how your actions are affecting someone.
Absolutely.
The same way that I watched you and I was like, I went back to my hood and I was like, yo, there's this dude named Nims. You don't know how many people did that, how many people followed you, how many people watched your moves and might have been going through the same thing and saw you beat it, and how many people you flipped.
This is kind of crazy because, Lil Uzi Vert gets a lot of shit for being demonic or, an atheist and shit. And he just got these new 2 tattoos, one on his forehead and one on his tongue. And his tongue is an upside down cross.
Yeah. Why would you want to perpetuate that? Maybe it's not even cap no more. Maybe he's actually into that.
Yeah.
That's
so fun. Like, I'm not, I'm not religious like that at all. I'm not into the spiritual shit, but like if you put an upside down cross in your mouth,
that's crazy.
That seems hella disrespectful.
We need to follow God overall. Everything is better aligned if we follow God. Nick, I just left Adam 22's studio, and that dude has a lot of Satan shit up in there, man. You got to go ahead and
he's. I have one little like Satan head statue that somebody.
He has
gave
one
me.
Satan head statue on his desk. He's got a Satan little doll behind it.
Somebody sent that to me randomly. I didn't go out of my way to get either of these things.
He's got a Satan tattoo on his hand. He's got an upside down cross tatted on his face.
I got trust God on my knuckles, man. I ain't with that.
I worry about them. I see their Instagrams. I watch it and I see sadness and I see this cult type of demon 666 bullshit everywhere, and all these SoundCloud rappers and all the 2 heads with 666 on their head and fucking and I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell happened? I've been doing this a quarter century.
My opinion,
the fuck happened?
Are you doing this yet?
Not yet. The Illuminati signs and the Freemason signs, what they say whenever people throw that up. So,
what do you think about the woke left artists like Lil Nas X, Cardi B, sexualize young girls, promote their agenda on kids? Isn't that technically worse than like what Tate's doing in your eyes, or no? Be honest.
Is it? I don't know how I compare it. I mean, sexualizing young children is probably never a good thing. I don't think.
Well, that's what I want to ask you. So I'm asking you, what do you think about Lil Nas X, Cardi B? You know, those.
Listen, I don't want to comment on them particularly because I haven't watched their shit. I don't know what they do. Like, if you're telling me they're sexualizing children, I'm against sexualizing children, but I don't know if they're sexualizing children. If they are, then obviously I'm opposed to that.
They're playing sexual music videos for a child audience on TikTok. That's showing sexual images to kids.
Children, but I don't know if they're sexualizing children. If they are, then obviously I'm opposed to that.
They're playing sexual music videos for a child audience on TikTok. That's showing sexual images to kids.
Well, what does that mean? Like, are they like saying like, hey, we want children to watch this? Or are you just saying they're putting out like
twerking
videos on TikTok and some children watch it on TikTok?
Twerking.
Sex twerking on the devil goes #1 trending on YouTube. This is what these are marketed towards children. They make TikTok songs for satanic music.
Bro, I don't know where Satan came from. Holy shit.
Sex twerked on the devil went #1 trending. What do you mean? That's literally satanic music. Fucking whatever the gay dude, the they them went on Grammys and started doing a satanic song with the horns. He had a whole devil audience around him. The whole song is about something unholy. You're laughing, but it's true. Look at the video, and then after it's sponsored by the vaccine. That's something that you can't even talk about YouTube. You might get a strike for saying that. But right after they show a video, it's sponsored by the. It's all part of the same thing. Something that you can't talk about. You talk about pedophilia for 30 minutes straight. You won't talk about the real issues.
Look, man, I've been teaching elementary school kids for a long time. So, like, what responsibility and accountability do you have for all the kids that are influenced by you to be affiliated by with these gang members? And what's going to happen when all these kids start getting killed because they trying to troll so that they can make their music pop and hit Billboard? Like, what responsibility and accountability do you accept when these kids start losing their lives behind following you?
So listen, as an elementary school teacher, I don't got the answer for you. But as a man, as Daniel Hernandez, fuck 6ix9ine, like I said, I'm gonna try my best to spread the word on that. You know, you don't gotta be a gangster to rap gangster shit. You got Drake saying, "And I'm bending through your block, let it down, it's made her right." Like, you got him saying he's spinning blocks. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about you though, bro. Like, what
No.
responsibility
But listen,
do you accept
you asked
behind
me a
kids
question.
losing their lives?
It's
not his responsibility.
I went down for everything I rapped about. When I was rapping about sending shots, we was shooting in the Barclay. We was shooting April 3rd. We was robbing niggas. We went down for attempted murder. You can't tell me, you could say I snitched and all that. I get it. But you can't take from me that I did everything I rapped about, right? When Drake and Meek Mill rapped about the Rico, I just hit there for the Rico. Them niggas never caught a Rico in their fucking life. That nigga Meek Mill went to jail and started crying for popping a willie, and then said, "Yo,
Okay, but bro, you not.
If that ain't what you really bout, nigga, why you write it? Don't glorify shit. We just really been indicted. We really caught cases, really got knocked.
Like I said, I can't tell you. Them little kids got they live in the predicament, the environment they grew up in. I'm not accountable for all those little kids who die in crossfire and all of that shit. But the kids that I do account for, the kids that want to troll to be successful, you could go and troll and be successful, but you don't gotta be a gangster because none of these rappers is gangster. And I learned that the hard way.
You know you influence millions of kids around.
No, you gotta teach your kid. That's what he doing. Everybody
Nah,
doing
that's
what they
cap.
doing.
Hey.
Whatever you doing, somebody gonna have
Y'all
something to say.
know goddamn well these kids are more influenced by the internet than they are their own parents. So.
My daughter accidentally seen that WAP music video, and she knows better than to ever do no fuck shit like that.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Dane, so let me
Always
ask you then. Yo,
right?
Dane, so every kid that dies in the hood, right, that want to be a gangster and died in the hood is my fault?
I'm not saying that, but you the only one in here that I can ask questions. I can't ask Dirk questions because he not in here. So I'm asking you.
You're right.
And influence
that was the best answer you could have gave me. That was the best answer.
Yeah, if Dirk was in here, I'll be asking that nigga the same shit.
I look at Tekashi 6ix9ine as a nigga that was kidnapped by the gang culture. I understand he's an entertainer and he has to sell a certain lifestyle in order for him to entertain and do what he's doing. I understand that. But my whole thing is we can still entertain and educate at the same time too.
That same step, all that, this and that. When niggas run down on you with your man, with your family, or like you gotta have that same shit. I'm saying, so that's why I say it don't be that real, bro. It don't be that. Yeah, nigga gotta relax. And then my whole thing is what you feed in the streets and you feeding these kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't feed the streets and don't feed the kids that. You know you ain't do that. You ain't put that blood on the streets. Why is you feeding the kids that? Why is you feeding the streets that? And then the niggas you talking about your brothers all the time when you talking about your cousins or this and that. What you like, you know what I mean? And then you don't even know what they did it for. Or what this and that, you know what I'm saying? So that be the bad shit I do hate about the game.
But
because some young people do listen to that.
The rap game is a bunch of millionaires who don't have to break the law, talking about all this criminal shit, talking about popping pills, talking about spraying up blocks, all this bullshit that if they ever did it, it was a long ass time ago, but they talk about it as in present tense, like as if it just happened yesterday, and all these kids listen to it, and they want to do that shit. And then now you have the young up and coming rappers from a place like Brooklyn who basically are doing that and then are also rapping about it. There's a lot of people just doing some dumb shit, saying like, I sell bricks, I do this, or that. It's like, okay, like whatever. Just like put negativity out there because they got nothing else to say. There's a lot of that going on too.
YNW Melly got arrested for brutally killing two of his close friends in a car. Melly's on record admitting to having a second evil personality named Melvin. Melvin lives inside of Melly and obsessed with killing. Listen to him brag about being proud of his murderers, and his biggest song ever has over 500 million views, called Murder on My Mind.
Got tattooed on your face. Tell me about it a little bit.
You know, I got Sat Chase right here. That's my brother. That's my twin.
Okay.
And I got Juvie.
Juvie?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Just a lot of your friends who passed?
Yeah. Nah, them my niggas right there.
Oh, okay.
My brothers right there.
My bad. I wouldn't get none of my friends tattooed on my face until they died.
Yeah.
I'm not a good friend like you are, apparently.
I will take your motherfucking life. Shut the fuck up, you ain't take nobody's life. And you know a nigga got a couple stripes. ARs and them 223s. Fucking around with me, you see I'm hot, I'm 500 degrees. Heard he caught a body, but that does not mean shit to me. Got two on me, got two on me.
Other person inside, Melvin, that motherfucker, yeah, every day, all day. That's all he be thinking about. Shit, some people think about pussy when they wake up. Some people think about shoes. Some people think about weird shit. That nigga wake up with the murder on his mind. And I'm like, all right, bro, do you? Got mixed personality. I really do though, Melvin and shit. He been inside of me, like he been in, like mentally, like inside of me, but I ain't have a name for him. Like when I was in the streets, 12 a.m. I can't control it after that. So it's just like heat up. Ain't no putting him away, none of that shit. He know how to control. He know how to control his anger in himself. But Melvin, I only let him out at nighttime.
Demons only come out after nighttime. Alright, God, you ain't giving me the right sign.
And I need to stop doing that. Like when the night hits, he really come. And it's like, Melvin is just like, once you play with Melly to a certain extent, Melvin just don't like that. Melvin on your ass. He got that fire inside of him, like it's something. And right, I really got mixed personality, so I'm not just saying that. Like I really got Melvin, like he's right here. Yeah.
How many personalities do you have?
6.
6?
Yeah.
Mind of Melvin, welcome to the mind of a maniac. I am Melvin and I am a killer. Don't play with the crew. If you do, I'm a kill. The devil got a hold of me. The demons are inside of me, and they'll kill if you don't ride for me. I got murder on my mind, fucking homicide. His family's traumatized. I didn't even mean to shoot him. Reloaded my pistol, cocked it back and shot him twice. He grabbed me by my hands and said he was afraid to die. I told him it's too late, my friend, it's time to say goodbye.
In rap music, whether we like it or not, romanticizes death. And that's badass, right?
I spoke to some students today in preparation for our conversation tonight, and they were just so excited about the fact that I will be conversating with you guys, but also began to talk about the impact of the rap business on our young people, and many of them talked about how they understand that it's to sell records and it's for promotion, but there are many young people who are affected by the lyrics, by the example, the videos. They talked about how Ludacris, many of them knew about a video that Ludacris has where they're strippers and lap dances and those kinds of things, and these are 11, 12, 13-year-old students who are very aware of what goes on. And I was just wondering what your thoughts were on whether you thought you really had an impact on the lives of young people and whether you thought it was negative or positive.
What if an 11-year-old kid imitates you, Cameron? What if he uses four-letter words and he develops a lifestyle based upon the street? He gets tattooed, he gets all this.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let me just say, and then you can jump in. Do you feel badly about that?
No, I don't.
If you have a child who is unsupervised and then Mr. Thomas L. has to try to teach, right, and he's using four-letter words inappropriately, he's dressing inappropriately, he doesn't have value of education, well, then that kid's in trouble.
Let's be honest. Who do these kids relate to more? You, someone from the inner city, or someone from another country, or someone from the suburbs? Let's be quite honest.
Well, what I was trying to
you came up the same way I did, right, the same way millions of these kids do every day. We're growing up in a fatherless society. We're growing up, a lot of our friends, your friends, my friends, didn't have a lot of supervision at home. Most of the time they were at our homes. We had good parents. We had parents who didn't allow us to do or watch these kinds of things. Right.
But these children, it's negative to make money, Mr. Dash, if you hurt children. You're looking at a guy who teaches inner city kids and who's telling you face to face that he has problems with kids based upon a rap music, and you're rationalizing it all up and down. If the principal tells you that there are children in his school, Cameron, who are being adversely affected by your music, do you care?
I care, but you got to talk to their parents. I can't go home and talk to these students and you need to have more parent-teacher conferences if you have problems.
But actually, you are talking to these students because they listen to you every day. See, you are.
So I got more influence than their parents. That's a problem.
No.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
That is a problem. That you're making millions of dollars off of these kids.
How you know
the
how much
same
I'm
kids
making?
that you're
How
now
do you know how much money I'm
denigrating,
making?
the same parents that you're now denigrating, you make millions of dollars off these people.
How much money?
These children are watching you tonight. Many of these children have parents who are incarcerated, parents who are drug addicted. They don't have the parental involvement they need. They look up to a lot of you guys. A lot of you are men. They don't have a lot of contact with positive men. And tonight you're making a mockery of their situations. So, tonight to an intellectual people, you didn't make rap look good, you didn't make the industry look good, and we aren't highlighting the positive. I'm hoping in the future that we can send a better message, not only to our young people, but to America, that this industry does have some talented people who do care, because you're out there doing some good and great things for young people.
All right.
Some of the biggest radio songs from last year were WAP, or Wet Ass Pussy, and Big Dick Energy. These were huge radio hits. All the little kids know it word for word. We're teaching kids sexual shit they shouldn't be hearing.
Please subscribe with notifications on.
If you would like to support my channel, join my Patreon for only $5 for exclusive documentaries you won't find on YouTube. Link will be in the description.